Coming to you live from Dunning Field, Ian Nicholas, Boyd Harden, and the rest of the NCTV crew bringing you the live action of this one. It's the new Canaan Rams, still undefeated in the middle of the season at 10-0, the #1 team in the state, the #8 team in the country for girls high school lacrosse, up against the St. Joe's Cadets, 8-3 record, 4-3 in FCAC play, looking to pick up their first win on the year up against a ranked opponent. Again, as I mentioned, I'm joined by a former NCHS alum, former UNC lacrosse player who's got a couple daughters in the program, Mr. Boyd Harden. Mr. Harden, you've got to be pretty happy with how your team, this team has played so far. We'll bring it back up to the booth here. But this team, it's just been phenomenal out of a quarantine, and you've seen them pretty much every single game. Just describe to the people at home how New Canaan's got off to such a phenomenal start.
Well, what I particularly like about the team this year is they're balanced from the back all the way up to the front, and they have depth as well. But there really are no weaknesses on this team, and I think that's been the primary reason for their immediate success. And it's an impressive feat when you think about what they've done in the past 19 days. This is their 11th game in 19 days. So,
unbelievable.
These girls, I've been with them since, third or fourth grade, watching them mature as athletes, and here we are.
Here we are. 15 seniors talked to Coach Woods before the game. She credited them and their leadership for a big reason why, as you mentioned, the 10 games in 19 days, it's worked out. Luckily, a bit of a slower week this week for the Rams. Only 2 games across the week. This one at home against St. Joe's, and then they will travel on the road to play Glastonbury on Saturday. We'll have that live stream here in the morning on Saturday.
I believe the game is here, actually, on Saturday.
Yeah, it is.
My bad.
No, all good. Actually, we'll have a double header because both the Glastonbury boys and girls will be coming to town.
Got it. Okay.
So, 11 o'clock girls, 2 o'clock boys. We'll be streaming both, but right now it's the Cadets. Let's see how it shakes up. It's going to be number 9 for St. Joe's, Izzy Kashushi, the midfielder at the draw control.
2 captains squaring off here.
And up against McKenna Harden, who won 5 draw controls in their last game, or their second to last game, up against Fairfield Ludlow. That was a huge win on the road for the girls.
Good pick up there by Courtney O'Connell.
And a good score to start it off from the freshman. It's going to be Devin Russell, who has been a superstar player for the Rams this year, number 7 with the score.
Nice pass from Olivia Lockhart, as fed by Courtney O'Connell, getting the ground ball and starting the offense for us.
So just 16 seconds into this game, and the Rams win the faceoff. McKenna Harden winning the faceoff. New Canaan running down the field with ease. And the senior, Olivia Lockhart, feeding the freshman, Devin Russell. And New Canaan already up 1-0, averaging over 13 goals per game this season. And the red-hot offense continues to roll on all cylinders. Harden and Kasushi back at the face-off. Harden looking to win her second straight. Which she tips it down, and Dylan Patton gets the loose ball and uses that speed of hers down the far sideline. Patton behind the net to Quinn McKiernan, who's been a key facilitator for the Rams this year.
She's really matured in her role and has been demonstrating that with her excellent awareness and pass distribution.
Multiple assists nearly every single game for the Trinity commit. Quinn McKiernan. Olivia Lockhart turns it over, and St. Joe's will have a chance for their first offense of the day. Running it up the field, Mallory Doyle, number 3. She loses it. Kaylee Harden grabbing that turnover, and here's the USC commit, Hollis Mulry.
A turnover generated by Courtney O'Connell there with a nice stick check.
Mulry, she's a dangerous scorer, and there will be a whistle blown and a violation, it seems.
I believe he's going to award the goal because she released the shot as he was blowing the whistle.
Well said. And New Canaan's going to go up 2-0. Just a minute 16 into this game. And it's going to be Hollis Mulry who adds the score for the Rams, scoring through the contact, getting it to go. So Mulry and Russell with the scores. And New Canaan getting off to the perfect start.
A future University of Southern California star showing her excellent ability to go to the cage there.
She's been doing it all year for the Rams. She'll enjoy the warmer weather in 2 years, but for the next 2 years, she'll be dominating for Coach Kristen Woods and company right here in town on the East Coast. Harden looking to win her third draw control and as many tries. And she will not. It's going to be Kasuchi, Izzy Kasuchi, with the win. She is the star of this St. Joe's team. 6'2", a Marquette commit. She goes to the cage here and then backward. Over to number 15, Maddie Leifer, the junior. It's a young St. Joe's squad. They start just 3 seniors, yet have had a lot of success this season. On a 5-game win streak is St. Joe's, but they already trailed 2-0 in this game. They've been beating down on a little bit of the easier part of their schedule, playing 3 FCAC teams, all of them sub-500 records. So picking up some easy wins, but now they'll play New Canaan, Darien, and Wilton in the next week and a half. And Coach Leland Gray said that's the fun part of their schedule. So let's see how the St. Joe's Cadets fare today and then later down the road against Darien and Wilton. Not a lot of movement on offense so far for them. They haven't been able to get close to the cage, really.
Probably the biggest advancement this year for the Rams is their tremendous defensive schemes thus far throughout the season. They've really, I think, gelled as a defensive unit, and you can see it right now how they're keeping St. Joe's outside the perimeter area.
St. Joe's taking their time, trying to break the really good perimeter defense of the Grams. Carolyn Barron with her stick up. Autumn Murphy gets it over to number 26, Hannah Sijamakai.
Glad you had to pronounce that.
Well, I had to ask someone before the game, and I had to ask Coach Gray for a couple key pronunciations as Leifer is shoved away by Kaylee Harden. Here's Kasushi.
McKenna Harden with a nice stick check there.
And she forces the turnover, and she is on the move. Cross midfield, inside the 40. And New Canaan looks to set up shot, trying to set up shop, looking to try and score goal number 3 on the game. 3.5 minutes into this one. New Canaan already up 2-0. The pump fake from Harden, and she takes some contact, pops right back up, and she is fouled. So it looks like a potential free possession here for her. Coach Kristen Woods said the Rams really dedicated yesterday's practice to these free positions. Let's see if this shot will drop. If Harden takes it, she shoots and she scores. McKenna Harden gets on the board for the first time today. Just over 21 minutes left in half number 1, and the Rams go up 3-0 off the free position goal from McKenna. That one was pretty easy for her, finishing in the bottom left corner of the net.
Pretty high percentage shot when you bounce the ball. It's tough to defend if you're a goalkeeper.
New Canaan struggled to get those shots up and in their road win up against Ridgefield. Coach Wood saying they missed about 7 of them and that they dedicated yesterday's practice to really nailing it. Comparing it to a basketball free throw, you want to nail them 75% of the time because those are the gimmies.
Absolutely. It's critical to make those. Goalies are at a little bit of a disadvantage. A really good goalie saves half of them.
Sam Miller, the senior captain for St. Joe's, is in goal today. They're going to pick up the loose ball, number 24, Casey McLaughlin, the freshman. And now here's number 15, Maddie Leifer, pushed back by Olivia Lockhart. New Canaan playing some blistering defense in the midfield right now, moving it up to number 10, Autumn Murphy. Murphy moves laterally and left. Murphy, a former cheerleading star for the Cadets, who's turned to lacrosse recently and now is dedicating her athletic career solely to lacrosse. She looks to go and play in the college level, and she is one of the star players of this cadet team. She's guarded by McKenna Harden.
Trading her pom-poms in for a stick. I like it.
Exactly. Good news for this program, which went from not going to a state tournament for 10 straight seasons to getting better and better over the last 4 years. The pass inside a little too strong for Kasuchi to find. Fighting behind the net, Devin Russell, number 17, Courtney O'Connell, the senior captain, looks to clear it. Another turnover for St. Joe's. Devin Russell inside the 30. New Canaan looking for goal number 4 here on the fast break. Hollis Mulry's already got one. Quinn McKiernan, the cutter. Patton scores! Top shelf. The signature Patton cut, and it works to perfection off the assist from Quinn McKiernan. The Rams go up 4, 19:36 left in the first half.
They've got that move down, Pat.
That they do. Patton has been a star this year for New Canaan. We knew she would be heading into the year. A Cornell commit, an impact player as a freshman 2 years ago before the COVID-19 pandemic knocked out the 2020 season. She's got speed. She scored 4 goals on the road in their Friday win up against Ludlow, and you can pretty much book her for multiple goals almost every single game at this point, and half of them come off that cut.
Well, in addition to her speed, she's just a tremendous athlete and an outstanding competitor.
Harden and Kasuchi. Kasuchi gets the better there on the draw control, spinning into trouble. Trying to avoid the Hardens as she moves to her left. Gets it over to Leifer, Maddie Leifer. In the corner, number 20, Megan Hoynes, the freshman. Multiple freshmen start on offense for the Cadets. It's been working for them so far this season. Hoynes trying to fake out number 26, Charlotte Gelhaus, the senior. Dumps it off to Tegan Cavalieri, number 21. Harden playing defense. St. Joe's again taking their time here in the first half. Ball poked loose by McKenna Harden, picked up by Kasuchi. Kasuchi is being doubled, and she gives it up. 18:40 left in the first half. New Canaan has jumped on the Cadets early. 4-0 lead for the Rams, looking for win number 11 on the season. Hoynes getting pushed away by Gelhaus, playing good defense. Here's Cavalieri. Trying to get inside, the shot fake and the miss, as that one will go to New Canaan. Running for it and securing possession. Kaylee Harden, the missed shot coming from Hoynes, number 20 for the Cadets. Their first shot put on goal all game long, and it misses wide right. New Canaan on the break. Russell finds McKiernan. McKiernan fakes, and McKiernan scores. Quinn McKiernan assisting and scoring in this game. In the freshman, Devin Russell is going to find her for that one, showing off the speed coast to coast. New Canaan, the transition goal. They're up 5-0. 17:55 left to go in the half.
That's how you script it, Ian, right there. You hustle, get a turnover, and go from one end to the other in a transition goal. And I'm sure Coach Woods will be real happy when she reviews the tape.
And we will get her that tape. We're still trying to get her the Darien footage from a week and a half ago. That great game, 10-9 on the road.
Tell her to call me. I got it.
You got it? Got it on the file?
Yep.
Kaylee Harden on the move. She wasn't too shabby in that game either. Getting it over to number 5, Stella Nolan, the sophomore. Shooting, scoring. Another one for New Canaan, and it comes from Hollis Mulry right in front of the cage. Sam Miller, the captain and the goalie for St. Joe's, has been under attack early on. Boyd, the defense is not doing a lot to help her out right now.
Yeah, they're just discombobulated, and New Canaan's just coming at them at waves, and ultimately transition lacrosse is difficult to defend.
6-0 is your score. Not even 8 minutes into this game, and New Canaan has just come out looking just like the team they were over the last 2 weeks. An 11-0 record. Again, ranked unanimously as the top team in the state according to the latest Game Time CT poll. After beating Darien twice this season, the number 2 team. That ball popped up.
Lexi Tollian on the draw. Dylan Patton with a solid ground ball.
Tully's gotten action at draw controls outside of the Hardens this year. The freshman making plays for New Canaan. As you mentioned, Patton with it now. Picks up the loose ball. Devin Russell gets it over to Tully. Her older sister, Caitlin, is out for the rest of the season, unfortunately, with a torn ACL, as driving and getting fouled was Devin Russell. Caitlin, the Cornell commit, just had surgery on that knee, so we wish her nothing but the best of luck in recovery, and hope her senior year will go well.
She deserves it.
a great player in the program. That shot deflected away. The miss from Russell on the free position shot. And then Hollis Mulry is going to add a little insult to injury, fouling number 11, Ryan Camiglio, one of the 4 senior captains, one of the 4 captains, period, of this cadet team. Camiglio trying to get things kicked off as her team trails big time, 6-0. 16 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. Game is flying by. Good whack from Hollis Mulry. Ball's loose in the middle of the field, and St. Joe's recovers. Autumn Murphy moving it up. The wind maybe causing that bad pass. Trying to get it along the far sideline, number 24.
Yeah, she should have let that go out.
Ella Patterson, the sophomore, making that mistake there. St. Joe's catches a break, retains possession. Here's Kasuchi. Back to her here. Emma Shue, one of the top defenders on this New Canaan team, number 4, is on her right now, a senior. Here's Leifer, Maddie Leifer. Defended by Jade Lowe. On the wing, it's
space. Yep.
There's the violation, the whistle blown. Kasuchi was looking to make her move, and now she'll have a really good opportunity up against goalie Claire Mahoney to make something happen. Mahoney, one of the top in the state. Kasuchi shoots.
Save.
And
Mahoney.
a save.
Tried to beat her down low, stick side, and she was there.
She's been battle-tested all year long against some of the top teams in the league, and Mahoney has been ready for that challenge every single time. The Brown commit, only a junior, had 7 saves in their road win up against Ludlow on Friday. Here's Kasuchi again. 15 minutes left to go in the half. New Canaan up 6-0, 10 minutes into this game. Here's Maddie Leifer. She gets the screen.
Sure looked like a moving pick there.
It's not called. Kasuchi with the pick. Now with the ball, moving to her left. Shoes all over her. That's the one New Canaan player you want on her. I mean, Emma Shue, she's pretty tall, and Kasuchi tall as well.
Nice defensive play by Harden there.
Ball is still loose. Kaylee Harden fighting for it, and it's going to be awarded to the Rams on that loose ball. So Harden and company looking to add more to their score. Harden moves to her right, gets out of trouble with her speed. Dodges number 15, Maddie Leifer. Gives it up to Stella Nolan. On the other end, Hollis Mulry looking for her 3rd goal. Gives it up to Quinn McKinnon, who's got 2 points today. McKinnon slowing it down. Getting it over to McKenna. Dylan Patton. McKiernan behind the cage, defended by Bella Molnar, excuse me. The fake from Patton, moves to her left, back to McKiernan. McKiernan handles it funny and gets it. The cut from Patton, this time a miss, trying to draw up that exact same play, and it nearly works. Still New Canaan possession.
That's one of a rare miss with that play for that duo.
St. Joe's 0-2 this year when playing top 10 ranked teams in the state. And if they don't pick it up on defense here, that could very well be 0-3 in the middle of the first half, as they've taken losses to both Ludlow and Richfield, teams that New Canaan beat late last week. Whistle is blown as Stella Nolan was on the move. What's the call there as she sets up for a free possession?
A shooting space violation. The official deemed that player was in between her and the goal, and you got to blow the whistle.
And Nolan's got to score, I believe, unless another whistle was blown.
It looks like she stepped in the crease, so that goal will not count.
Crease violation on Stella Nolan on the free position shot. New Canaan has whiffed on their last 2 free positions after converting on their first from McKenna Harden. They still have a 6-0 lead, so that hasn't been too detrimental in this game. Cadets on the move. Carolyn Barron and Emma Shue providing the defense. Number 24, Casey McLaughlin, the freshman. Autumn Murphy gives it up. McLaughlin on the move. Got high praise from Coach Leland Gray, saying, quote, she's going to be a great player as she plays on the top as a right midi of this St. Joe's lineup.
Got a little ISO going here.
Leifer defended by McKenna Harden. 11.5 minutes left to go. There's the cut, looking for the shot, and they will not find it. Ball poked loose, but a whistle is blown. It looks like it's going to be, the refs are going to talk it over.
Someone's pulling a card out here, I think. Yeah.
And checking out will be number 26, Hannah Silja Mackay. So she's going to check out. New Canaan will take over possession-wise, and they should be man up for the next minute. Next 2 minutes, a major foul on Silja Mackay. Red. So for 2 minutes, it will be New Canaan man up, and they've already done enough damage with the full St. Joe's defense, so let's see if they can add more with the advantage. Olivia Lockhart in a bit of trouble. She gets out of it.
Very close to stepping out of bounds there.
But they'll give her the benefit of a doubt as McKenna Harden feeds Stella Nolan. Nolan pushed away. Harden looking for goal number 2 on this game. But in the games where she's been shut down scoring-wise, she's done a great work as a facilitator. Let's see if she proves me right. She does. She gets the assist to number 5, Stella Nolan on the cut inside.
Quite clairvoyant of you there. Good timing.
I can tell the future. So the man-up goal from New Canaan, the assist from McKenna Harden, the shot made from Stella Nolan, her first of the game. New Canaan still man-up for the next minute 25. 10:45 left to go in the half.
Yeah, that penalty, due to its seriousness, is not releasable.
And a huge blow for St. Joe's. Again, it was Hannah Silja Mackay who committed the penalty. It will be Kasushi and
Tully.
Yep, Tully back at the face-off. Tully is going to win it thanks to the loose ball scooped up by Patton. Patton spins backwards, finds them a shoe. Buchanan looking for goal number 8, still man up.
That's really good maturity there by Patton. Instead of forcing it, she turned back and found one of her defensive teammates and made an easy clear.
Olivia Lockhart, she's been a solid player for New Canaan over these last few weeks, providing a solid scoring presence as a senior. She's behind the cage here. McKenna Harden has it, and a whistle was blown before she got it. It's going to be on St. Joe's. A free position for Stella Nolan, but she's nowhere close to the goal, so she won't shoot it. She slips. Bad pass. McKenna Harden can't find it, but she does find the loose ball.
Well done by Courtney O'Connell and Emma Shue to keep the ball in their offensive zone.
And the score for New Canaan will come from Devin Russell off the assist from Caroline Underwood, the sophomore to freshman connection. Off that quick little mishap, New Canaan rebounds quickly and goes up 8-0 to start this game up against St. Joe's. 9:46 left to go in the opening half. And that one, too easy for New Canaan. The underclassmen making big-time plays right now.
I suspect that you're going to end up making that dual call for multiple years during your time here.
Well, when I graduate in June, we'll see who else gets Yep, senior, but,
You're not going to do this remotely?
We'll see. We've
right.
had a lot of remote broadcasts in the year. COVID has made that very possible. So I think the people need a break from me. And St. Joe's needs a break from this New Canaan offense. It has been unbelievable right now. 8-0 New Canaan with the lead.
Lexi Tully with the successful draw.
She's been taking the draw controls recently as the score has opened up for New Canaan, trying to get Tully more involved, only a freshman. Both the Hardens, upperclassmen, and they're trying to get Tully that much-needed experience. She does have the skill, and she is ready to come in on those face-offs and win some. Olivia Lockhart with it for New Canaan. Here's number 9, Caroline Underwood. Bobbled by Lockhart, defended by Camiglio.
Grace Kroll and
Grace Kroll, the former hockey star as a junior in that FCAC championship game up against the Blue Wave, we all remember. Here's Underwood.
well, I hope she's a continued hockey star. We're going to need her next year as well.
Another year, Rich Buellin and company, and Grace Kroll, another key cog for the hockey team. Olivia Lockhart behind the net still, under 9 minutes left to go in the half. Here's Kroll with the touch, over to Harden. New Canaan just moving it around the perimeter, looking for the perfect look, not forcing anything with the big lead.
Kroll's another competitor who's battled adversity. Had her own ACL injury and has recovered and fought back from that quite successfully.
And she's become a key role player in multiple sports here at New Canaan, as we've mentioned. Harden gets it over to her. Can she make something happen as she dumps it off to Tully? St. Joe's, now the 5th year for Coach Gray and company over the last 3 seasons, a 25-18 record. Harden moves inside, the flag thrown, or excuse me, the whistle blown, and looks like she will get a free possession. Free position shot. Looking to score on her 2nd today. But St. Joe's 25-18 in the 3 previous seasons. An 8-3 start this year. McKenna Harden on the free position. Batted away by Miller.
Good save, kicked it out.
Making one of her first big-time saves of the day. They're going to need more of those with the way New Canaan's been playing on his side of the field. Russell back to Harden. Over to Lexi Tully. Inside, a beautiful pass, but it's swatted away. Caroline Underwood couldn't control it, and a Rams turnover.
It's a great feed.
But a good pass nonetheless, as you mentioned, by Tully.
Yep.
Here's Kasushi. Kasushi lasers it up the field. Finds number 11, Camiglio. Camiglio under duress. Bad pass right into the stick of Nolan. Nolan picks it off and is on the move inside the 30. 6:39 left to go in the first half here from Dunning. Ian Nicholas, Boyd Harden, the rest of the NCTV crew bringing you the live action. Kroll finds Harden. Harden on the move to her right. Gets it to Caroline Underwood. New Canaan again slowing it down. That one poked loose, but a whistle will be thrown, and that one should be on Mia Gignetter, the junior, one of the leaders of the St. Joe's defense, in a free position for New Canaan. Let's see if they can score off it. From the right side of the net, the shot is up, and it is in. Stella Nolan, the sophomore, she adds another one off the free position this time. Rams up 9-0. 5:52 left to go in the first half. As St. Joe's tries to get huddled up on defense right now, but cannot contain New Canaan, especially on these free positions, making it even easier for the Rams.
Yeah, when you make turnovers, it leads to opportunities for your opponents. So St. Joe's needs to get some ground balls and settle down and control the ball to have any hope of competing here.
Well, Coach Gray and company is trying to transition from a program that was in the dumps before he got here to a solid one and hopefully to a great one in the next few years. On the face-off here for St. Joe's, number 24, McGothling, the freshman on freshman action in the middle of the field. Loose ball scooped up by number 15, Maddie Leifer, and St. Joe's wins a much-needed possession for some momentum. But Camiglio nearly turns it over. Gets rid of it. McGothling over to Molnar.
Great takeaway by Nolan.
Nolan making it look easy on the defensive side of things. Lead pass to Kroll. Rams back in transition. Kroll dumps it off to Tully. New Canaan sets up shop once again. They have dominated time of possession in this game, doing what they do best. with 5:10 left to go in the half and a 9-0 lead here on Dunning. Harden directs traffic. One of the 3 senior captains of this team getting vocal. Tully back pedals. Getting inside and getting the score. Lexi Tully with some smooth moves with that stick, and she will score her first goal of the game. Rams already break double digits as the clock will continue to run here after that score from Lexi Tully. Really impressive from the freshman.
Yeah, she took it in. It was like a 2-tiered approach. Went in, stopped. I think their defense hesitated, and then she exploited and found herself one-on-one with the goalie and buried it. Good for her.
Rams running away with this one. St. Joe's looking to have their first season in a long time where they have a winning record against FCAC opponents. They're 4-3 this year against FCAC teams, but as I mentioned near the top of the broadcast, 0-2 against ranked teams, and they haven't seen New Canaan yet this year. So this one, their biggest challenge so far, and the Rams aren't giving them anything.
Jade Lowe in on the circle, Lexi Tully on the draw, and Devin Russell on the far side.
Let's see, can Tully win another one? Batted to a St. Joe's player. The Cadets come up with it. It's number 15, Maddie Leifer. Picks up that loose ball. Looking to score their first goal all game long, just walk away with some positives. When talking to Coach Gray before the game about how this game would be a challenge for his young squad, he said, well, I define winning in different ways. When playing Darien and New Canaan, the goal is to play the best we can, treat each possession as one possession. We may not win the game, but we want to have a lot of small wins throughout the game. And St. Joe's, they still have plenty of time for some teachable moments right now and still plenty of game left. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Leifer moves to her right, looks to move in, shoots, missing high. It will stay in St. Joe's possession.
New Canaan just changed a good group of their defensive players. You got Marley Smith in now, Anna Zukalwila.
Both seniors. Really a smooth move, but no finish from Kasushi. St. Joe's keeping it alive. A scrum develops in front of the net. New Canaan comes away with it for the moment. And then a foul on St. Joe's, so it will stay in New Canaan possession. Coming up with that one for the Rams was Marley Smith coming in, the senior, number 20. Great work once again from Claire Mahoney in net, having a strong first half, but then a violation on New Canaan. It's going right back, Boyd.
Yeah, you got to wait for the official to blow her whistle there.
And even the official said, wait, hold up here. Let's get settled. This game has been moving fast, but too fast for the officials there. 2:05 left to go in the half. The Cadets still looking for their first score all game long as they look to avoid dropping their 4th game of the season. Leifer moves right.
Freshman on freshman.
Freshman on freshman. Tully versus Leifer. Whistle is blown. Stays in St. Joe's possession. And it looks like it could be a free possession shot for the junior, Maddie Leifer, one of the 2 Leifer sisters on this team. Their first free possession. Leifer shoots, scooped up and saved for the moment, then popped up, and on the move is Tully. Another save from Claire Mahoney. Here goes Grace Kroll down the far sideline. A lot of speed and acceleration. New Canaan looking to tack on score number 11 with over a minute left to play in the half.
That's going to be a yellow card.
Quinn McKiernan is going to be the recipient of those yellow card whacks. New Canaan will be man up, it seems. That's number 14, Mia Gignetter, who will check out. One of the defensive leaders and a captain of this cadet squad as a junior. She's getting looks from Division III schools. But she'll have to go to the penalty box here as New Canaan will be man up for the next 2 minutes. The next minute to end this half, and then I believe to start the second half as well. Lockhart on the wing. Here's Tully. Over to Kroll. Collects it. 37 seconds to make something happen in this near perfect first half for the Rams. The jump shot, in a sense, off the top pole. Caroline Brooks fighting for it. That shot missed by Megan Griffiths in the game for New Canaan, the senior. Going a bit to their bench here, a bit to their depth. Griffiths, good-looking shot, does not drop. Inside, fighting for it. Underwood spinning out of control. She loses the ball. Camiglio came up with it for a moment. New Canaan gets it right back. Kroll's got 6 seconds. Well, the Rams put up a shot. It's saved by Miller. Griffiths puts up 2 shots in the final minute. Does not put either of them in. What a dominant first half for the Rams, Boyd. In a game up against St. Joe's, a young team looks overmatched right now. New Canaan is just doing what they need to do, as we'll bring it back up to the booth here, to get the win right now. They look really strong.
Yeah, it's kind of playing out the way that we thought that it would, with the New Canaan team that is stacked from the cage all the way down to the offensive end of the field. St. Joe's just needs to get some, take a little break here, compose themselves, and try and take it by the second half, and hopefully find some little victories as they build their program.
Just like Coach Gray said, looking to get those little victories. And before we go to the break, Boyd, New Canaan, in this sport, you've got to share the ball really, really well. And right now, not one player has stood out for New Canaan. It's been a plethora of Rams, upperclassmen and underclassmen, who are sharing the ball really well and doing what Kristen Woods wants them to do.
Absolutely, and that makes your team even more effective when you have balance and multiple threats across every position. The team doesn't know who's going to score, so it makes it very difficult to defend against.
It does, and you can see from the scoreboard, a 10-0 game right now, and we'll bring you the second half action in just a few moments. Before we get there, let's look at our sponsors. I want to thank our platinum sponsors, Walter Stewart's, your fresh local market, and also Rambuya and Harrow, the business of real estate. I want to thank our gold sponsor, Club Sandwich, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner right on Cherry Street in town. I want to thank our silver sponsors, Performance PT, Educational Futures, the SIG Insurance Agencies, OSSM Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, Renaissance Partners, Rand Insurance, and lastly, our black sponsors, Ready Rooster, Sheila La, 84 Sports New Canaan, New Canaan Diner, NC Graphics, the Athletic Shoe Factory, Togs, Dr. Austin Feeney, the Lewis School of Driving, and Prudding and Company Custom Builders. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. New Canaan dominating at home, looking to pick up win number 11 on the year. And they're looking to get goal number 11 when we come back from the break. They're up 10-0 right now, keeping their 10-0 record spotless at the moment. We'll see you in 4.5 minutes for half number 2 of New Canaan St. Joe's Girls Lacrosse. Back for the second half of New Canaan St. Joe's Girls Lacrosse. Ian Nicholas, Boyd Harden, the rest of the NCTV crew bringing you live action here from Dunning Field. The Rams are running away with it right now. Boyd, 10-0 lead. They've played a really strong game. What do you think Coach Kristen Woods is looking for in the second half of this game, in a game where you have a sizable lead, to try to tune up some things and make sure that, you know, especially tournament time coming late next week, everything is fine-tuned and ready to go for this team?
Well, ultimately, I think what we're going to see here in the second half is a lot of individuals getting some playing time that normally do not. And I would expect that Kristen will demand the same standards from that group as she does from her first group of athletes. And so she's probably going to encourage ball control, fluidity within the offense, and taking smart shots.
I gave her the card on 58. It must have ran down maybe about 3 or 4.
Actually have the referee speaking into our field mic, and we're picking it up.
130. 130. Yeah, 130.
Shay Hobbs is in the net, replacing
Claire Mahoney. Yep, Hobbs, one of the 3 senior captains on this team, as the referee giving a clarification to people up here in the booth for how long St. Joe's will be man down. They'll still be down for another minute and a half. So New Canaan scored a man-up goal to end the half. They're looking for another one here. Lexi Tolley back on the draw control with Izzy Kasushi. And as you mentioned, Boyd, Shay Hobbs, the senior, in goal. Last time I saw her play was against Cheshire in the second half, and she looks phenomenal, making 8 saves up against a top 10 team in the state. Let's see, as St. Joe's wins the draw control, how Shay Hobbs will fare in the second half. The Cadets still man down for the next minute 10.
And this could be a little tricky for the players going from a right-handed goalie to a left-handed goalie. We'll see how they adjust to having Shay Hobbs in the net, who's a natural lefty.
They did not adjust well to Claire Mahoney, who scooped up and saved everything that came her way in the first half. Pitched a shutout, if you will. St. Joe's getting hounded behind the cage right now. Moving it alongside the far alley. And then back inside the hashes, it's Maddie Leifer. Picked up by Jade Lowe on defense, and now here's Emma Coyote.
It's a good start for St. Joe's right here. They're killing the penalty.
Keeping the ball in their possession. 20 seconds left of penalty time for them before they can go back to their full set on offense. In trouble, number 7, Olivia Badeau. Badeau getting ridden out of bounds. The ball pokes loose, and that will be a penalty on Tolley. So still in St. Joe's possession, as they are now back to a full 6-woman offense, if you will. No more penalty time. 23:20 left to go in the second half. St. Joe's looking for their first score on the afternoon. In trouble, forcing the turnover and collecting it. Emma Coyote, the senior, making the play, and now she'll look to clear it. Autumn Murphy shoves her out of bounds, and that will be a penalty on her. So still New Canaan ball. Coyote puts it back in play. Her brother Ryan, a star on the boys team, a senior captain who's heading to Bucknell to continue his lacrosse career next year. Caroline Brooks scoops it up, looking to score right in front of a crease. She's in some trouble. Nearly turns it over. Whistle is blown, and it will stay in New Canaan possession. That one's going to go on number 9, Izzy Kasushi. She will stay in. It's going to be a free position for the Rams. And it will be Caroline Underwood with it.
Pull this out here, but we'll see.
Well, Underwood will look for the score. Looks like she will. She'll take the shot and miss on Sam Miller. And will stay in New Canaan possession off the free position miss. Trying to be aggressive on offense as the Rams. St. Joe's trying to preach communication on the defensive side of the ball. Grace Kroll moves to her right. Gets it over to Griffiths. Griffiths with it again. Her brother Liam will be playing lacrosse at Harvard next year after a terrific career here as an attack for New Canaan's boys team. Whistle blown down low as Lexi Tully was getting dogged by the defense. Could be another free position, and it will be from right in front of the cage. Tully looks to shoot, uses the length and scores. New Canaan's first second half goal, and it will be Lexi Tully off the free position, getting that one to go down, and the freshman has been very impressive so far today. She's made plays all year for New Canaan in games that are close and in games like this, and she's really been a standout freshman.
Not just in the lacrosse field, she's an outstanding ice hockey player.
Yep, her and her sister, Caitlin, who, as we mentioned, sidelined for the rest of the year with a bad knee injury and ACL tear. Those two will be great two-sport athletes in hockey and lacrosse next year for New Canaan as well. Clock continues to run as the Rams continue to hold the Cadets scoreless. Whacking for it, Kroll. Too aggressive a whack. And St. Joe's will take over. Number 13, Sydney Leifer, the senior. Now here's number 14, Gignetter, who had a foul that sent her to the penalty box earlier in this game. Here's Hoynes, the freshman. Spins to her right. Working on Tully. Behind the cage, it's Cavalieri. Defended by Anna Zacalillo, the Hamilton commit. Inside shot is scored. Her first goal of the game and St. Joe's first goal of the game comes from in close from their superstar, junior Izzy Kasushi. The Marquette commit finally makes something happen for the Cadets, who pull to within 10 with under 19 and a half minutes left to go in the second half.
It was a nice play, good feed inside, and she is obviously going to Marquette for a reason.
Because of that ability, you can't teach height. She's got the length, and that's a tough shot to defend for Shea Hobbs right near the post.
Yeah, she put it off Shea's offside hip, and it's almost indefensible.
So it will be Lowe and Kasushi at the dot, looking to make something happen. Lockhart does not grab that one. Instead, Maddie Leifer on the move, looking to add back-to-back goals for the Cadets. Blistering defense in a position, a turnover, I should say. Ella Patterson generating it. Olivia Lockhart here in transition for the Rams. Still on the move. Excellent defensive play from Patterson to get it back for New Canaan.
Sure was. Created the turnover, got the ground ball, and made a wise pass.
Sophomore making senior-esque plays. As you mentioned, Coach Woods trying to work in her younger unit. She does a great job of building with the players she has and with the players she knows will be key contributors in years down the line. 6 state championships for Coach Woods in 14 seasons. And multiple trips to the FCAC final game. Looking to go back to the final game this year. And I know I'm talking about a game that could happen weeks from now, but looking to go back to another FCAC final and make it 4 FCAC final appearances in their last 6. New Canaan just turned it over. And St. Joe's will look to clear. And a really tough-looking pass from Sam Miller, who just throws it away. And New Canaan gets a mulligan, in a sense, after their turnover and gets the ball right back.
Yeah, nothing like that can frustrate your team because you get a turnover and then you make a unnecessary turnover. It's very frustrating, especially when you're playing defense down by 10.
The Hartwick commit, Sam Miller, who's been in goal all game long, turning it over there, lasering it inside, shooting and scoring for the Rams is the sophomore. Caroline Underwood adds another to the box score for her today, and the Rams go back up 11, 12-1. Clock still runs with exactly 17 minutes left to go in this one.
It's good poise. Hesitated on her shot, waited for goalie to commit, and she put it offside, up high.
That she did. St. Joe's in a rut. They did get 1 goal from Kasushi. It's going to be a new player in the dot for New Canaan. It will be Stella Nolan, the sophomore, up against Kasushi. Looking to win this draw. Again, a young St. Joe's team that only starts 3 seniors. We're going to build up their program, and they play one of the top teams in the nation here on Dunning today. And New Canaan showing no signs of wear and tear after their crazy 10 games in 19 days streak earlier last week and over the last 2 weeks. Caroline Underwood scores another one. Back-to-back goals for the sophomore.
Pippa Williams giving her a solid pass that she converted, put it in the back of the net.
Williams, a senior, finding the sophomore. Pippa Williams to Caroline Underwood. Back-to-back goals for the sophomore. New Canaan, their biggest lead of the game. It's a 12-point lead, 12-goal advantage. 13-1 is your score. Lexi Tolley back to face off here. Up against number 24, Casey McGothling. Freshman on freshman matchup. McGothling gets the better, but can't control the ball. Nolan is whacked. That one on McGothling, and New Canaan takes over. New Canaan running with their second unit right now, and they still are clicking on all cylinders. And as soon as I say that, they turn it over. Tight-roping the sideline, and a little bit too close. Number 13, Sydney Leifer, is going to turn it over, trying to clear it. Nolan with it now for New Canaan. Pippa Williams once again looking for another assist potentially. Lockhart met by a wall of St. Joe's defenders. Back to her here. Kroll over to Lockhart. Caroline Underwood still in this one. Tolley pump fakes a little too hard. She turns it over for a moment. Still scrapping for it. St. Joe's comes away with it. It's Mia Gignetter. The captain creates the turnover, picks up the loose ball. Ball still loose for the Cadets, playing sloppy on their end of the field. Caroline Brooks looking to capitalize, but Dennison commit. And a little too physical she is as she fouls Camiglio. And the schedule does not get much easier for St. Joe's, as on Friday they will be at home up against Darien, the second best team in the state, one of the top 25 teams in the country, and then they will travel to Stamford a day later on Saturday, as the Cadets still have 5 games left in their regular season schedule before FCX and States. Turnover for the Cadets, picked up by Ella Patterson. Caroline Brooks can't control it. She'll turn it right back over to the Cadets. St. Joe's the only team in the FCAC that does not play in Class L. They play in Class M. They are a private school. Molnar loses her footing, nearly loses the ball, gives it up to Leifer. And although St. Joe's might not make a ton of noise in the FCAC tournament, they're looking to make big strides in gun for a potential state title in Class M as a smaller school. Just under 13 minutes left to go in the second half. Ian Nicholas, Boyd Harden, the rest of the NCTV crew bringing you the live action, so make sure you like and subscribe for more. Getting inside and getting hacked is Maddie Leifer, so she should get a free position shot.
Ella Patterson is getting a yellow card.
So Patterson will go to the penalty box, and Leifer is going to have a shot here to get the Cadets' second goal of the game. Cadets will now be up a man for the next 2 minutes. Will they capitalize? That's the question. Leifer gets the ball stolen from her. Marley Smith fighting for it. She helped make the defensive play with Stella Nolan to block up that shot. The Cadets get it back, still man up for the next 2 minutes. Trying to get a mini win here in a game where they trail big but just look to improve as a program. Still with their starters. Near the alley, it's Doyle. Now behind the cage. Into the stick of Hoynes. That one deflected. Hoynes racing after it. Behind the cage, it's Cavalieri. Cavalieri looks, finds Murphy. Murphy dodges and is picked up defensively by Zaccolillo. New Canaan communicating well on this end of the field right now. Getting inside, the shot put up and saved easily by Shea Hobbs. That one put up and missed by Leifer. On the clear attempt, Zaccolillo can't put her stick on it. And it's going to be a penalty on Leifer for St. Joe's. No, excuse me, they're going to call it on Zaccolillo. It's a New Canaan turnover. St. Joe's still man up for half a minute after the Patterson foul. 11 minutes left in the half. Another good save from Shea Hobbs. That shot was not on target.
It was actually an errant pass.
Errant pass. Well, that's why it wasn't on target. So Hobbs scoops it up. New Canaan looks to clear a bit more successfully this time around, and they do not.
Yep.
Right in front of the St. Joe's bench, Stella Nolan will turn it over.
Yeah, you got to stop and turn, get that ball back to your defensive partners there. That was an easy call by the official. They're not going to let you run through two people like that.
McGottling gets it over to Murphy. New Canaan still playing physical, showing a lot of effort, although they hold a 12-goal lead with just over 10 minutes left to go. Murphy showing off the quickness, feeding and missing just wide left was Kasushi, looking to add her second goal of the game. Behind the cage, the Cadets find Kasuchi, deflected by Shea Hobbs. Good second half for Hobbs as Patterson gets the loose ball. Patterson can't find Underwood, but the ball does find Griffiths. Griffiths in transition slows it up. Finds Tully. Tully a lane. Can't put up a shot. Nolan using that left shoulder and now moving out. Coach Woods barking orders from along the sideline to her younger cast of characters. Here's Pippa Williams. Underwood, beautiful pass, and the shot goes in from the sophomore, Stella Nolan. Sophomore finds a sophomore. Underwood to Nolan, and a really nice pass there, Boyd, from Caroline Underwood.
Sure was. The underclassmen here are stepping up and doing what Coach Woods would like for them to do.
Lead extended to 13 up against the Cadets. New Canaan looks fantastic, and they'll have more time to rest up before their next game at home up against Glastonbury. We'll have a doubleheader for you on Saturday on NCTV 78, so if you like lacrosse and you like our channel, make sure you like and subscribe, as the girls will play Glastonbury at 11 in the morning up against the Guardians, and then the boys will have their senior day at 2 o'clock. And the girls will have their senior day next week on Tuesday up against the Norwalk Bears, also here, and we'll also have a live stream for you. New Canaan picks up the loose ball. Caroline Underwood, she's done a lot of damage in this second half. Looks to do more.
That was a legitimate ground ball. Good for her.
Looking to show to Coach Woods what she has in the sophomore. Putting together a really good audition tape, if you will, to get some more action in for New Canaan. Risky pass from Kroll is deflected and stolen away from the Cadets. It's Kasushi now moving it across midfield. 7.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. New Canaan, their biggest lead all game long of 13 goals. Cadets slow down the tempo as they will drop to 4-4 playing FCAT competition this year. Moving inside, number 15, Leifer. She attacks again, gives it up. The inside pass stolen and scooped up by Hobbs, but a whistle is blown. It's going to be called up against New Canaan. And from the wing, it looks like Kasushi and company will regain possession. Not a free position, though. In front of the net, Shea Hobbs deflects it away. Another shot batted away from Kasuchi. Kasuchi does get the ground ball, though. Running after it is Megan Hoynes. Whistle's blown.
Pushed her out of bounds. She'll get the ball back.
Another New Canaan penalty. More whistles blown. Still going to be St. Joe's possession as they set up a little bit closer to the cage. Here's the cut. Will they find the score? No. Missing wide left, number 15, Maddie Leifer. She's been active, but a couple of misses here in the last few moments for her. 6 minutes left to go in this game.
Yeah, St. Joe's, their offense has not changed in the second half, so sure these athletes are tired, running up and down. It's a moving pick.
And it will go uncalled, using that 6'2" frame. Izzy Kasuchi gives another one off a little bit of a pick and roll, if you will.
Yeah.
It is too good a pass, too far ahead of Kasuchi. Carolyn Barron gets it up to Courtney. No, excuse me, number 2, Emma Coyone. And then Caroline Brooks will turn it over. The Denison commit. St. Joe's takes over. Gail Gnetter in trouble. Here's Autumn Murphy. Just over 5 minutes left to go in regulation here from Dunning. New Canaan well on their way to picking up win number 11 on the year. Looking to stay undefeated of the Rams with 4 more regular season games left to go. And it looks like St. Joe's will score their second goal of the game with 4:45 left to go. The Cadets add number 2, and it is Kasuchi, who scores her second on the game.
That was a terrific give and go right there. It was giving New Canaan a taste of their own plays there. The McKiernan to Patton play.
St. Joe's rips right out of the playbook. Coach Gray trying to come away with some positives in the closing stages of this game. And he knows he has a positive in junior Izzy Kasuchi. Actually, Kasuchi was the first player ever that Coach Gray has named as a captain that was not a senior. She's only a junior, and he named her a captain in 2019 during her sophomore year, which really shows not only what kind of player she is, but what kind of leader she is. She'll be a name we'll be hearing a lot more in the FCAC over the next 2 seasons. Again, only a junior. New Canaan wins possession. On the far side, it's Caroline Brooks. Now Caroline Underwood. Wide open, but just can't get it in her stick was Megan Griffiths. St. Joe's looks to take over. Gail Gnetter gets it over to Molnar. In the stick of the goalie, Sam Miller. 3 minutes left to go. Our next live stream for you will be tomorrow with New Canaan Baseball as they match up with the Darien Blue Wave, looking to pick up a rivalry win. The Blue Wave struggling a bit this year, but anything can happen in a New Canaan-Darien rivalry. That one whacked loose by Griffith. Griffith creates a turnover. Brooks can't get it in her stick. St. Joe's retakes over. It's Leifer now in transition. And as we mentioned, we'll have a live stream of both the boys and the girls lacrosse games on Saturday, both up against Glastonbury's teams coming well over an hour down the state to play the New Canaan boys and girls squads. Here's Kasuchi, defended by Barron. Spinning to her right, dumping it off. Hoynes behind the net, comes from behind. And that is going to be a violation on the Cadets. It might have whacked Hobbs with that stick as the ball came out.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it hit her or not, but the official was right there and made a decisive call.
Hobbs has had a strong second half, only giving up 2 goals to the Cadets. New Canaan with a 10-0 advantage heading into the break, and they've outscored the Cadets 4-2 in the second half to seal the deal. New Canaan looks to clear. Coyote moves it up. New Canaan turns it over. Kasuchi has the ball popped out. Williams can't reach up and nab it. St. Joe's does. And pushed out of bounds. Violation on New Canaan. McGottling was shoved. Just under 1:15 remain. St. Joe's looks to add 1 more positive to a game where there have been few of them for the Cadets. Kasuchi with her back to the cage. Still defended by Lexi Tully. Now under a minute remain.
Good handoff between Tully and Smith there.
Making the switches defensively, even when the score is so out of reach. Just working on the fundamentals. Under a half a minute left. New Canaan, who's averaged 13 goals per game, scores 14 today. And St. Joe's gets the late score as the clock continues to run.
She gets her hat trick.
She gets her hat trick. It is Izzy Kasuchi, who has been really the lone presence offensively for St. Joe's. And that's all she wrote here from Dunning Field. 14-3, your final, a dominating victory. New Canaan 11-0 on the year. St. Joe's, they will drop to 8-4. And New Canaan, an unbelievable season. They continue to try to win their first FCAC championship since 1993. And I know this game maybe not as competitive as viewers would have liked, but overall, a really fun game to watch if you're head coach Kristen Woods.
Absolutely. It's a nice break during the week. This is a more traditional week where you have 2 games and 3 or 4 practices. Yeah. So I'm sure she'll build off of this practice or this game today, Ian, for practices later in the week, getting ready for Glastonbury. But it's really nice to see the whole team get in and play today and compete the way that Coach Woods wants them to.
Definitely. I mean, I know coaches value practice, but Coach Woods is very happy that she has a nice long break before Saturday to play Glastonbury. Really phenomenal game for New Canaan. 14-3 your final score from New Canaan High. Before we go to our sponsors, want to thank our entire crew for the work they did today. Want to thank Boyd Harden jumping on the call for the first time with me with Lacrosse. You've heard him for our hockey streams, and hopefully you'll return for a couple more lacrosse games so far this season. We'd love to have you back.
Thank you, Ian. My pleasure.
Thank you. Emily Fox producing. Anav Sahai up top on the press box doing the camera work. Sydney Sibilia also helping us out today. Our advisor, Roman Sobolski, and our athletic director, Jay Egan. Now, let's head to our sponsors.
Go Rams.
Go Rams. And go our platinum sponsors. Walter Stewart's, your fresh local market, and Rambuya and Harrow. I want to thank our gold sponsor, Cub Sandwich. Performance PT, Educational Futures, SIG Insurance Agency, as we go through our sponsors here. 14-3 your final score. New Canaan with the win. Rand Insurance. Lastly, our black sponsors. Ready Rooster. Sheila La. 84 Sports New Canaan. The New Canaan Diner. NC Graphics. The Athletic Shoe Factory. Togs. Dr. Austin Feeney. The Lewis School of Driving. And Prudding & Company Custom Builders. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Your final from Dunning Field, New Canaan, with ease, picks up win number 11 on the year and remains undefeated. St. Joe's dropping to 8-4 on the year and now 4-4 against FCAC competition. For me and Nicholas and Boyd Harden, signing off as New Canaan picks up win number 11 on the year. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.